How's it going, folks? I'm Scott Helland, the Guitarmy of One project. I started this project in 2016. I played with Frenchy and Punk, played the Asylum many times and around England as well. This particular project is all instrumental. I do a lot of live looping with Frenchy and Punk, and the same thing with Guitarmy of One. It's all live looping, acoustic guitars with all sorts of electric guitar effect pedals. It's very upbeat and driving. Themes are kind of, it's almost like spy rock on some of it. So the song you're going to listen to is Never End the Rocket Century. The title came from, it's based on two Ramones records, End of the Century and Rocket to Russia. I put those together. Never End the Rocket Century was kind of like going back and that time of inspiration when you first get into music. And that just the kind of music that just stays with you and kind of blows your mind and makes you want to become a musician in the first place. And it's really kind of a tribute to that time. Never end the rocket century. Never let go of that time where you had the inspiration to play music in the first place. I started playing punk rock and hardcore and thrash metal in the early 80s in the Boston and New York City scenes. I had a band called the Outpatients. I had a band called Deep Wound. And we played with a lot of the great bands from back in the day, GBH, Black Flag, Husker Du, the Cro-Mags, Agnostic Front. That was a really cool time. You can check out those bands online as well. But this is my Guitarmy of One project. The whole idea with the instrumental thing, or playing, when I left the punk rock bands and stuff, I switched from bass guitar to acoustic guitar. I still wanted my songs to have that power and like that layered sound. I love the sound of two guitars, but I was doing a solo thing. So I didn't know about loop pedals. I didn't even know if there was any loop pedals when I was doing this back in the mid '90s. My first thing was I got a CD player. I recorded tracks onto a rhythm track onto a CD, and I did that for a while. And then I got a DAT player, and I did my rhythm tracks and played over it live for the DAT player. Then I got an MP3 player. And then I really wanted to be able to do it live and not have pre-recorded stuff. So then the loop pedal came out. I bought a loop pedal, and I've been using a loop pedal for the last 13, 14, 15 years. As soon as they came out, I got one, and I've never looked back. So I use loop pedal with the Guitarmy of One project and also the Frenchy and Punk project. So, I grew up listening to more punk and metal stuff. I had parents that listened to jazz all the time. My influences vary. It's very guitar based, but of course I like bands like Kraftwerk too. Maybe that's where the on these records they have kind of almost more electronic beats, so maybe that's where that influence comes from. Guitar wise, it's definitely more of the more aggressive aggro kind of guitar playing. Yet I don't play with any distortion. It's all acoustic, and maybe even there's an influence of like some Celtic or Spanish style guitar in there. It's a very movie soundtrack, like almost a surf guitar movie soundtrack, kind of Ennio Morricone kind of stuff, mixed with my punk rock interest. The website is guitarmyofone.com. Of course, there's an Instagram page and YouTube page. I got all sorts of quirky, weird videos. I do artwork too as well. So yeah, check it out, and check out Frenchy and Punk as well.